And I was like, I saw the sign for it when I was there. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to go to that. Like, I just felt same. It was obvious. Right. And so I forgot about it though, because I didn't write anything down. I was just like, oh, obvious, I'll be there. And then a buddy of mine and I decided we were going to drive my Jeep up Mount Antero. And as we started up it, which is just outside of Buena Vista, it overheated. So I'm like, oh, we got to go back in. We realized we need a thermostat. We're going to go into the auto parts store. And there was the gem show. We're like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be at this gem show. I forgot about it. Okay, cool. So we park and start walking across this giant gem show. It's this huge field with, a couple hundred vendors, or probably more than that, because it was spread out over, probably 5 or 6 acres. And I'm like, there's something calling me on the other side of the gem show. And so we walk over and cut through all the places, come up to it. I'm like, it's right there. And it's like, it's that table. And I walk up to the table, and there was this clear quartz that was like 3 feet long with it had like one point on the top, and it was maybe like three inches wide. And I look at it, it's just like glowing. And I'm like, oh, and I go to the guy, I'm like, how much? And I'm thinking he's going to say like $1,000, $1,200. He's like, 350. I go, 350. And he thought I meant like, what are you crazy? 350? But I meant like that cheap. He goes, 250. Like 250. I'm like, all right.
Before he changes his mind, give him the money.
Yeah. So I buy this crystal, which actually I was going to say, it's not in my office here. It's actually out in the kitchen. And I pick it up and I start to walk away, and I see the guy that sold to me start to leave. And this other guy comes running over to me from a table like next to me. He goes, hey, that was the weirdest thing I ever saw. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, that guy walked up to the table just before you did. Or he drove up in his truck, got out of his truck, set that crystal on that table. You walked up to it like 10 seconds after he sat it there, picked it up, bought it from him. And then you turned around and walked away, and he turned around, got in his truck, and he drove away. Like this rendezvous point, like, that magic of the synchronicities. And I mean, yeah. Sedona's like that too, right?
You typically don't get a witness like that though.
It was so fun because I had no idea what happened. I just knew I was supposed to go get that crystal, and and he knew he was supposed to be there and to sell it to me. And it was funny actually, when I bought it from him, he goes, I've had this crystal in my bedroom for 10 years. And when I got up this morning, it let me know it was time for it to leave. And so that's why I brought it and sold it. And then,
so it's not crazy to hear crystals talking.
Yeah. See, even that guy knew it. Some random dude in Buena Vista, Colorado. He talks to crystals too.